Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to another episode of the Marky Dragon Show. This is a message from Keaton Red, and he asks me a question. He says, how do you go about hiring people for your business? Do you hire them off the internet, or post posters around the town, etc.? I really like the idea of starting my own computer technology-oriented business, and I would love to have this question answered. Well, it's funny because your question comes in at a good time, and what I mean by a good time is that at Marky Dragon, at our store, we are currently interviewing people for customer service positions, and so. Now, let me tell you how I've done it in the past and how we are doing it now. So in the past, what we did is we posted in like Craigslist, and we would have people send in their resumes. I can tell you that when we would post in Craigslist that we would get a couple hundred resumes sent in, and it was pretty insane. There was a lot of people that really... Gosh, a lot of people that really wanted the job, let me say, and it was too much to go through, really. And so, anyway, we would weed out the ones that were overqualified and the ones that were underqualified and see what we had in the middle. I kid you not, sometimes we even had people with PhDs apply for positions which I never really thought of somebody who has a PhD actually would want the job. But when the market is lean, like it is right now, maybe, that's why. So we would post local. Now, this was for jobs in our office, and, to where somebody would show up, for their hours at the office, work at their cubicle or in their office at our location, and, do their stuff. And we would interview face-to-face, second interview if we liked them, and then we would make a decision. We would always interview several people, never just hire the first person that comes to the door, because it seems that even though the first person who walks through the door, you may be really excited and they may look really good and everything, if you take a little bit more time, you may find that there are a lot of other people out there that are even more exciting, and so that's one of the things that we did. We also would do tests sometimes. If they were a programmer, we would actually give them a basic programming test where we knew the answers, and they were pretty basic things, and we'd see how they do on that, and then we would also create some stressful situations during the interview and see how they handled the stress. It may sound kind of odd, but that was one thing that we used to do, which I'm not doing anymore, so I'm happy to give this away, is that if we really liked a person, it was usually two of us that were doing the interview, and if we really liked the person, one of us would ask a very particular question at the end. And that question was, if I told you that you really did not interview well, that you really did not do a good job, how would you, how would you feel about that? And that's a really interesting question, because you are really taking on a person's being. You're putting them down. They may have thought that they did a really good job, but then all of a sudden they get doubt in their mind and fear and everything. And we only did this to people that we really liked, that we thought would do good. And we asked this question to see how they dealt with stress. And so it's a very stressful question. I mean, imagine going through being in a second interview and really liking what you're hearing about the company and thinking that you did a really good job, and then being told that, well, honestly, we thought you sucked. how would you react to that? So some people react very well, and they say things like, that dog is barking over there. That's not what they say. It's just irritating me. Dog making it into my video. He may as well come by and crap in my lawn back here, you know? So I'm getting off the subject. So anyway, we would see what they say, and a lot of times they would say, well, I guess my next question is can you tell me what I did not do well so that I can work on that? That is a great answer. Other people would say, oh, okay, well, okay, I'll see y'all later. And they would, really just get up and walk away, defeated. Then we had one guy that actually, he didn't say anything, and he started swelling up with tears and everything, and I thought, what? And he started crying. Those people who handled it very poorly didn't get hired. And, of course, we told them that we thought that they interviewed really well, and that this was just a question to see how they dealt with stress. And if they didn't handle it well, then they knew that they had something to work on. And we didn't ever put them down or anything. We just said that, we'd be in touch. And so now, that was kind of the old days. Also, I would look at hiring family and stuff, but I can tell you that didn't always work out well, because family can't always separate business from family. And so, somebody gets let go and they're your family, really hurt feelings. So, there's hurt feelings anyway when you get let go from a job, but when it's a family member, well, really hurt feelings. So, anyway, nowadays, we are, I've announced it a couple of times on my live stream that we're hiring, and, we've got some very intelligent people that watch the shows. So, I've been interviewing a few people, and, it's a little bit different, because now we are a very virtual company, and we are, we're spread across the world. Alex is on one side of the United States, I'm on the other, and then we've got another staff member that's in Australia, and right now we're interviewing people who are in like Great Britain, Germany, and so it's a very international crowd, and it's a much different way of looking at things. I never before would even have considered hiring somebody who wasn't local. But now, in these days of virtual offices, and with our company, the way it works, we can do that. So I do insist on talking on Skype with camera. There's something that's missing in an interview when you're just talking on the phone or just via Skype. In person, you read people's body language, you see some of their emotions and stuff, and you miss some of that even when you're talking on Skype on the camera. But it's all about, taking the time to make sure you make the right decisions and getting the right people on the bus. And that term comes from a book called Good to Great. And it talks about getting people who are not productive, who are, low in performance and everything, getting them actually out of the company and bringing in people who are high performers, who really are aggressive in the job. And aggressive doesn't mean mean, it just means that they are not willing to do anything, but that they take the job very seriously, and that they really want the company to do good, and that they treat the company as if they own it. Treating the company as if you own it is really something that is is something that employers really, really look for. It's very important. So, just some things to think about. So I hope that answers your questions. This new way of hiring people online and everything, and being an office that's, spread all over the world, is a very new thing to me. I know a lot of people have done it. In fact, I even know, back in the late 90s, I had these clients when I had a computer store that were, they were international. They were a company that was based out of Israel, and the president lived in Oregon, and he had employees all over the world. And now that we had the internet, that's how they were communicating. And they were actually a mining company, which was quite interesting. They owned mines in different places around the world, and of course, you have to have staff at the mines and everything, but a lot of the management, a lot of the top tier people were just spread all over the world. And so that was the first time I encountered that, and seems to have worked for them. It's working for us now. So, if you can virtualize your company, then do it. There's another thing that I just thought of about that too, with virtualizing your company, and that is that if you don't have offices, if you don't have the upkeep of computers, of your network infrastructure, all of that stuff, that's going to save you a lot of money. That added a lot of overhead to all of our employees when we had offices, and so you may not think that spending, I don't know, $2,000, $2,500 a month on office space is all that expensive, but you have all of the wiring that has to be done when you move in. You have cubicles to put up or offices to fit. You got all the furniture that you need, and some of that stuff is stuff that it's a one-time purchase. But your lease runs out, they jack up the rent on you, you decide that it's getting too expensive, you have moving costs again, you have to pay employees to help move, you've got all the computers to keep up, you've got the network to maintain, you've got just all kinds of things that really add up to a lot of money. I wonder what that is. Something just, oh my goodness, what is that? Do you guys see that? Let's see if he comes out again. I don't know what that is. Look at that. What do you think that is? I have no clue what it is. Huh. This would be my backyard, folks. Oh, it's moving over here. Hey, I'm gonna go over here and see if I can see what it is. Of course, I scared it away. So, I don't know. Big fish maybe going after the bugs this morning. I have alligators back here. I have also really big turtles. The turtles weigh probably around 10, 12 pounds. They're huge. And I have no clue what they eat, but they eat something. Okay, well, that is it for this episode. Thanks for sending me that question. I hope that helped you out. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care. If you made it this far in the video, you may as well subscribe. That's what I want you to do. You obviously liked it well enough to watch it this far. So look at this. This is Frostmourne. This is Runes of Magic Sword. This Runes of Magic Sword is one that we're giving away as second prize to one of you subscribers just for being subscribed. That's all you have to do. Subscribe and accept our messages, or watch our videos where we draw for prizes. So This one is it's a really nice sword. It's signed by some of the American staff for Runes of Magic. And then there's the big boy here. I got it on my shoulder because it's so darn heavy. You know, the sucker is 16 pounds. Look at this. So, it's a two-handed sword here, man. This is a beautiful sword. And we're giving this away when we hit 42,500 subscribers. It could be you. So, just subscribe, that's all you have to do. We'll do videos selecting the winners, and we'll send you a message in YouTube as long as you accept it. Just make sure you accept messages from us. To do that, put us on your contact list. And you just add Marky Dragon to your contact list, and then you'll be able to get messages from us, and you'll have 30 days to get back to us when we send you a message. Or if we can't message you, you'll just be on video, and you just gotta watch the video and then contact us. So anyway, if you made it this far, you really should subscribe, and I would appreciate it. So anyway, that's all.